Hi, this is Brandon Carey, and I'm going to walk you through inserting symbols into the current version of Canvas. So in Canvas, you can insert symbols just about anywhere you can enter text. So here I'm logged in as a test student, and I'm going to go ahead and go to this course discussion, general course questions. And I can see in here that the instructor is having a conversation with himself about the textbook, but also that I, the test student, have been in here and I've managed to input some symbols into my comment. So to see how to do that, we can go ahead and click reply. And of course, you can type text in the usual way in the text box. But if you want to put in symbols, you click this little pi symbol here to insert math equation. And then you'll see that there are a bunch of tabs that come up in this new window, and each of them has a bunch of symbols that you can select. So there you'll see our symbols for and or. Here you'll see our symbol for something. Here we've got some arrows. And over here in miscellaneous, you'll see our symbol for everything and our negation symbol. So you can put one of these symbols in just by clicking on it. There, so you've got a negation. And then you can just type letters in to go with your symbols. So I can go ahead and say not Q, for example. And then if I scroll down a little bit, I can click this insert equation button. And then you'll see that Canvas puts my equation in just as I put it together in that window before. Okay, so you can do this in the discussions. Like I said, you can do it just about anywhere you can enter text. So you can also do it in a quiz or an exam or as part of an assignment. So suppose I go into this sample quiz and take a look at the instructions. Well, the instructions give me some sentence letters and some constants and some relations, and I'm going to be translating sentences into the formal language from the textbook. So I'll go ahead and start taking the quiz. And here's question 1. So according to the instructions, I want to translate this sentence into the formal language from the textbook. So I've got logic is fun up here. That's one of my sentence letters, Q. And I've got this class is awesome. That's my other sentence letter, P. But I still need to symbolize the if-then relationship between those two things. So one thing I could do is I could just say, okay, Q, arrow, P, like that. And that works okay for the arrow, but that won't work for all of our symbols. So let's go ahead and use the equation editor instead. So again, I click this pi symbol. It brings up a new window. I'm still going to start the same way. I'm going to use Q for logic is fun. If logic is fun, then. So I need an arrow. And here's the double arrow that we use. And in fact, it's in here twice. It doesn't matter which one you use. So I've got Q, arrow, P, and that's how I say if Q then P in the language we're learning. So then I can go ahead and click Insert Equation. Canvas makes it pretty for me, and then I'm done. I've answered the question correctly. And I can click Next to go on to the next question. Now I have a new sentence. Lady Gaga does not admire Socrates. So again, we're going to use this pi symbol. So one thing to keep in mind is that you can drag this window over so that you can still see the quiz instructions behind it in gray. So you can keep track of your constants and relations, etc. So the relation that we're talking about here is this admire relation. We're using A to say that X admires Y. So we're going to need a capital A in there. And we're saying that Lady Gaga does not admire Socrates. So Lady Gaga is lowercase b, Socrates is lowercase c. I'm just typing these on the keyboard here. So far I don't need any symbols. I can go ahead and insert that equation even though I didn't use any symbols, and it gives me these nice italic letters. But uh-oh, this says Lady Gaga does admire Socrates. I forgot to include the not part of the sentence in my translation. So if you make a mistake like this, you can highlight the formula you've entered, that is just click on it to select it, and then click on the pi symbol again to edit it, and then you can go in and put in whatever you're missing. So in this case, I need to include a negation symbol to say that Lady Gaga does not admire Socrates. And then just click Insert Equation again, and now it's all fixed. And I can move on to the next question. Okay, so the last sentence I need to translate for this quiz is everyone admires Spider-Man. So that's a sentence about everyone. We're going to need our universal symbol that we use to talk about everyone. And that, luckily enough, is here in the Insert Math Equation window. So if we go to the Miscellaneous tab, you'll see there's the symbol that we use for everything, the universal quantifier it's called. So we're going to need one of those, and we're going to need to use variables for this. Right, we're going to need to say for every x, x admires Spider-Man, and Spider-Man's the lowercase a. So we've got our admire relation, we've got our quantifier and our variable to say everyone bears that relation to this constant Spider-Man. So this says everyone admires Spider-Man. And I can go ahead and insert that equation. Now another thing that I can do is I can switch to the advanced view. And you should only do this if you're super comfortable with the advanced view. You don't have to do this at all. You can switch to the advanced view and you'll see that each of the symbols has a little backslash command that you use to insert it. So if I wanted to put a negation symbol in front of this, you can mouse over the negation and you'll see that that's backslash neg. So I could go ahead and just type that, making sure to put a space between it and the next symbol, and then I get my little negation here. That's what it'll output if I click Insert Equation. But it won't let me go back to basic view like that. So I can go ahead and get rid of the changes that I've made here, and then switch back to basic, where I've just inserted the symbols by clicking on them. So if you want to learn the commands for the symbols and type them, that's fine, but you don't need to. You can just click around and insert each one that you need. But here we've got the right answer. Everyone admires Spider-Man, so I don't need to put anything else in this equation. I can just click Insert Equation, and I'm all done. So I can go ahead and submit my quiz. And that's how you insert symbols in Canvas. Thank you.